Today on Peliculas with the Bros, we review Bullet Train, directed by David Leitch, starring Brad Pitt, and we have some questions that need to be answered, like, is Brad Pitt too handsome?
Are fun movies back?
All this and more will be discussed today on Peliculas with the Bros. Hit it! What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
And welcome everybody to the show. This is Peliculas with the Bros. My name is Adrian.
My name is Ivan.
And Peliculas with the Bros is a show where me and my brother Ivan discuss movies. Every week we discuss a new movie. Ivan, what's the movie of the week?
Bullet Train.
But before we get into that, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. As I said, this is Peliculas with the Bros. Every week we discuss a new movie. So if you like that kind of thing, if you like two guys that happen to be brothers, that happen to be Mexican, that happen to be Colombian, that happen to be German, if you like that kind of thing, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We do podcast format, we do YouTube format. So if you like YouTube, check us out there. Look us up, Peliculas with the Bros. If you like podcasts, check us out there, Peliculas with the Bros. Now, Ivan, it's time. Also, one last thing: if you watch this movie, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this movie. All right, Ivan, grab your bucket hat of choice. Get some dorky square glasses as we ride a high-speed train all the way to Kyoto. How does that gravity work? I was thinking about, like, you shoot a bullet inside a bullet train, and it's going to go the speed of however it goes, right? Like 500 miles per hour. But if you shoot it, like, right outside the window, it goes 100 miles per hour?
Well, it's like throwing a ball. It's going to go that way, but, like, if you throw it that way, doesn't it cancel out?
Right, but is it gravity that's affecting it or the wind?
I think wind doesn't affect it as much as gravity and your speed.
It's so confusing. I need to get into calculus.
No, pointless.
Okay. Bullet Train, Ivan.
Yeah.
Bullet Train is the movie of the week.
Yeah.
Directed by David Leitch.
Ooh.
Written by Zach Okowicz. He's a up and coming writer. I think he has a movie with Spielberg coming out.
Oh my God.
Spielberg produced, I should say. The premise of Bullet Train, for you beautiful people: what happens when you put a handful of elite assassins on a high-speed train? A killer ride? Let me redo that. Hold on, you didn't get it. What happens when you put a handful of elite assassins on a high-speed train? A killer ride? The assassins' faiths are intertwined on this high-speed train, as they're all seemingly placed on the train for a particular reason. Will they be able to complete their respective missions, or will they kill each other in the process? Ivan, with a cast of Brad Pitt as Ladybug, Joey King as the Prince, Aaron Taylor Johnson as Tangerine, classic, Brian Tyree Henry as Lemon, Andrew Koji as Yuchi Kimura, Hiroyuki Sanada as the Elder, Yoshi Suradasu as the Young Elder, Michael Shannon, shout out to Michael Shannon, Boardwalk Empire fame, as White
Zod.
Death. Zod. Michael Shannon, the greatest Zod that ever lived. Benito A. Martinez Ocasio, a.k.a. Bad Bunny, baby, as the Wolf. Sandra Bullock as Maria Beetle, Zazie Beetz as the Hornet, Logan Lerman as the Sun. Ivan, this movie, Bullet Train, is directed by David Leitch. His movies before this, John Wick, co-directed.
Whoa.
Then he made Atomic Blonde,
Ooh.
Deadpool 2,
Oh.
Hobb and Shaw.
No.
Sorry, Hobb and Shaw.
Oh.
And he's coming out with a movie, I think later this year, called The Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling. I think it's related. It's a movie about a stunt action guy in a movie. It's like meta, I guess. Anyways, David Leitch. Those are the movies he's made. interesting thing about him is that he started as a stuntman in the 1990s, mid 1990s. Many movies, Basketball, Fight Club, Ocean's 11, Matrix, Reloaded, and Revolutions 300, Hangover. Then he becomes a second unit director, which is something we don't really ever talk about. Like, this role called second unit director, and I assume it's used for movies that are huge. So he was the second unit director for Civil War. I guess it's like movies that need specialized directing style, right? Or maybe movies that need extra directors. They need
Maybe like president, vice president. Is that what
Is it like that? Yeah, like I'm sure who did Civil War? The Russo brothers?
Yeah.
I'm sure they were there overseeing.
There's 3 of them? 2 brothers and
And Leitch.
3
and the
people
Leitch?
direct one movie.
So he did that. But after John Wick, which he was able to co-direct with another guy. I don't have his name here. I forget. Shout out to that guy, though. After he was able to persuade the studio to let him make that movie, they give him a lot more leeway. He, like I said, Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2, now this movie, Bullet Train. And it's kind of the rise of the John Wick-esque movies.
Mm-hmm.
Where we have John Wick 1 through 3, and the 4th one's about to come out. I don't know if you've heard of a movie called Nobody.
I saw it.
You saw it? And then there's obviously like a bunch of action movies that are made just for like Hollywood stars. The one that's coming to mind right now is Ryan Gosling for that stupid movie that just came out on Netflix.
The one we watched?
No. The Great Man?
Red Notice?
No, The Gray Man,
Oh, yeah.
right? And yeah, Ivan's right there too. Red Notice. But these movies that are there's like two, it's kind of it's like 2 different types of movies. There's a John Wick-esque movies that are just like pure violence, great choreography, action movie, right? And then there's the other side where it's star-led action movies. And the other side has actually always happened. Like if you think back, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, these action movies have always existed. But now it seems that we're getting different kind of action stars, right? Like people who are known for dramatic roles, but they're dipping their toes in the action bucket. I kind of want to talk about that later after we discuss this movie to see how effective that is as like a movie format. But let's take a quick break and we'll talk about how this movie was made. Ivan, it's time to see how the sausage was made. We're not going to make the sausage this time.
Prepackaged.
Prepackaged?
Prepackaged.
Thank you. I just want to eat this. No, I want to open it.
You got to cook it.
It's dumb because, like, we can't just eat it. Like, we need to look at how it was made. We have to go to a slaughter factory.
How about you cut it in half and then just, like, microscope the innards?
Scientist?
Yeah.
Okay. Do a biology breakdown.
No, I won't.
Okay, fine.
There's no sounds that come with it. It's like, neat. Oop. Like, there's no...
Have you ever, I think Mom bought me, like, a magnifying glass, like a cheap toy magnifying thing, and I remember like finding a fly and like crushing it between like 2 lenses and putting it under a magnifying glass. I'm like, let's see what I see. It's like all you see is just like guts, because what are you really gonna see? You have to have like a better way of looking at it. You can't just like make refried beans and like, oh, let's see how this refried bean was
Might
made.
as well just like... Interesting.
Oh man, it's so stupid. Me as a kid. I'd say me still. Bullet Train, how it's made, right? It's based on a novel written by Kotaro Isaka. Japanese novel, obviously. Sony picks up the novel, they option it, they get David Leitch to direct it. They pay Brad Pitt a cool $20 million. And the cast starts rounding out. A cool $20 million. One might ask why Brad Pitt would make this movie. Can you give like your opinion on why he would make this movie without having the insight of like how good or bad this movie is?
Money.
Good one.
I feel like he knew it was gonna be fun, because he had a cameo in Deadpool 1, like super short. So I think that's where the connection was made to the director.
Yeah.
This one.
Also, this director was the stunt double for Brad
Brad?
Pitt in Fight Club.
There you go. They're like probably all friends. Like, it's gonna be a fun movie. It's
Yeah.
gonna be stupid. You should do it.
He's like, yeah, David. Oh, you're directing now, huh? Oh, you got this script. How much? 20. Yeah, I'm in.
20 million?
I'd love to do something for you. No, probably more like, David. Hey, oh, you're doing directing? Yeah, I'm kind of busy. Let me hear. 20 million? Well, not that busy anymore. I'm not that busy anymore.
Oh, he's greedy.
But yeah, it's probably money, doing a favor for a friend.
I feel like he doesn't even care about money. I think it's like he has to get 20 million to get like as like a baseline. Like anything less, he's like devaluing himself.
No, I think he cares. I think it's like he loves making great movies.
He loves making money.
But great movies can only go so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has a friend who just so happens to want to give him 20 million for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, this 20 million would help me like make these stupid movies, these small little movies that I want to make. And boom, 1 for you, 10 for you. Wait, 10 for you, 1 for them, type of thing. Anyways, to make this movie, they use LED screens outside the train to make it the actors feel like they're in Tokyo, passing through a train. Similar technology that's used on Mandalorian. I think that's pretty cool, like that kind of technology. I wonder how that matches though, like to the end product.
I saw there's like a Batman behind the scenes featurette. You know the scene when they're on like the rooftop, Catwoman and Batman. And
Yes.
like,
Oh, it looks so beautiful.
That was all a screen. And the way they did that is like way months before they, like in like Unreal Engine or something like that.
Yes.
They like made the city and then put the light in like the most perfect spot.
Yeah.
So that way when they did the scene, they would just set it up and it would be like magic hour light for days.
Yeah.
So what was the point of this?
Essentially that the Nope cinematographer is probably like, I shouldn't have died because now I have magic hour for this.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Shout out to George Lucas.
Oh, but the issue with that is that if they wanted to do anything spontaneous during that scene, they could not because the scenes were already set. Like if they wanted to like, oh, let's put him over here. Like, no, he has to be in this area.
Oh.
Like that's the downfall of it. So I think it works for like Batman where it's like just that. But if it's like a Jango Fett or thing.
When you're, as a filmmaker, you're filming that, and are you filming the background as like the final product?
What?
So like I am Matt Reeves.
Uh-huh.
I'm capturing that scene on the balcony, on the rooftop, whatever. I have them two there. I have the magic hour in the back. That magic hour background is gonna stay. It's not gonna be redone.
Why
That's
would
like
it
the
be
that's
redone?
like the just in case like maybe like they want to enhance it or
they said they couldn't really because it takes like lots of work to make that.
So it's like what you're capturing now is essentially before you're capturing a green screen to then manipulate it. Now you're capturing a fully rendered finished version.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
I
And
think
scary.
like the issue is like, do you remember the scene in Mission Impossible where they're in like that hallway and then they put the thing, like a big screen, and it like tracks the eyes of the bodyguard at the end, and they move forward slowly.
I don't remember that, but yeah, that I'm.
Well, like the way it worked is like when you look down the hall and you see everything, they had like a screen with the projected thing so they can move forward in the hallway without
Yep.
the guard seeing him, but it would project like the LCD screen.
Yes.
But it would also track the eye, so that way whenever he looked up, it would match up with the thing.
Right.
Because when they move forward, it distorts this thing, like the.
Gotcha.
So that way, like I'm thinking, if Batman, if they wanted to do like from a different angle, like they can't because it's already set in
Yes. Fully rendered.
that eye look,
Yeah.
right?
Fully rendered for a specific shot for a specific goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it puts you in a box, but it gives you a lot more realism.
I think
And
it's
there's-
just like if you plan it well, you're good.
Yeah. But sometimes you plan it and like you're like, maybe I just need to do one other thing, but you can't do that one other thing.
It probably just comes with like making movies a lot. You could plan and visualize it in your head. But I'd imagine if like I was trying to do that and like, oh, let me set this scene up for a magic hour with the same scenario,
Yes.
I would be like, well, maybe now that I see it, this is actually really stupid looking. Just because like it is stupid looking, but like I don't have the experience to see that beforehand.
Yeah.
But Matt Reeves does.
Yeah. Interesting. That's like a whole freaking like department of
I'm sure he was like, you
how
know
to
what?
do this
I want
shit.
Magic Hour. Go do that. And then there was like
Yeah,
a
'cause
different team.
he I mean, credit to any kind of director, but like you need a department to like give you insight of like how things will look like once they're applied on the
Yeah.
set. Craziness. Well, they do that for this movie. Lady Gaga was signed up to be in this movie, but she dropped out to be in Asaguchi. She was gonna be Sandra Bullock's character.
Oh,
And then Bad Bunny and Aaron Taylor Johnson, a little trivia for you. They got their Marvel roles for their upcoming Marvel films, El Muerto and Craving the Hunter, after Sony saw this film. They're like, they're good.
they're good.
Yeah.
I mean, Bad Bunny, like, I don't think he was technically good in this movie.
Oh, my. Okay, those are fighting words.
You're going to agree with me.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Ivan, so we're doing this movie because it just came out, but I kind of was not excited for this movie for a long time because I like the trailer, but I think that's one of the issues that I need to learn how to grapple with is like, how do you... I watched this trailer like 100 times
Why?
because I go to the theaters.
Oh, I show up late, so I don't see it often.
Yeah, I'm like, I see it every time, and it's the same thing with Nope. Like, I just got kind of like numb to it, you know? So, but anyways, were you excited to watch this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, I was like, there's a chance this could be bad. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like, oh, this is bad.
I felt like it was going to be 50-50 chance. Just because, I don't know. It kind of seems like a movie that isn't going to be good. But I think
see
you
it.
can say that about John Wick, too, and that ended up being like
Yeah.
one of the greatest movies of all time,
Yeah.
technically. What'd you think about the movie, Evan?
I liked it.
You liked it?
I liked it.
I liked it, too.
I know. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
I liked it.
It's good.
Like I said, directed by David Leitch, so he's bringing his stunt experience, and he is able to direct action sequences like no one else can. I mean, I'm sure there's like a handful of directors that can compete with him, but what he brings to the table is that ability to direct great action sequences, and this movie has many of them. It's a movie that is like about assassins on a train, and like each of them have their mission, which is a kind of serious idea, but the movie's kind of just like action comedy, right?
Yeah.
And it's self-aware action comedy.
Yeah.
Like the fact that there's so many stars in this film, and they're sort of like, they're stylized in a way. They're not, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's kind of it's leaning on a satire of like,
it's between satire and like I think like I mean that's also similar to Everything Everywhere All at Once, where it kind of felt like at times a satire, but
yes,
it took itself seriously. I mean, Top Gun, too.
That's not a satire.
But it had moments where it's like, all right, you're kind of doing this, like the beach scene. Like,
That's a little different though, right? Because like, I know what you mean. It's obviously like it's more of paying homage than making fun of itself.
and this is homage.
It's both, I would say. It is an homage, definitely, but it has like, it's always like winking at you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I don't know. It's different in that way. I have to say, like, even though it was a comedic film, I don't think a lot of the jokes worked for me.
Yeah, it needed a slightly harder comedy writer.
Yeah.
There's like funny moments,
Yes.
but not like he said something is like
Right. There was a lot of scenes where they tried to do that.
Yeah.
Kind of like Deadpool vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't really land. There's a super annoying couple next to me at the theater, and they were like laughing hysterically.
You gotta just go at a different time. Like my theater was literally me and like one person in the very back.
So it was like, so they said like one joke, and the guy goes, ah, ah. I'm like, what the hell, dude?
I
It's
love
not
that
that
guy.
funny, man. So that threw me off. It was so loud that it actually hurt my ear when he laughed.
You should have been like, just exaggerate it.
I
Just rub
should've.
it. Oh.
Stuck, right?
That'd be funny.
So that it has that sort of going for it. It's trying to be funny. It's not always funny, but I'll take it. The design of this movie, I really liked the design of this film. Everything looks like Sony made it. Like, this is like a PlayStation 5 video game.
Kind of racist.
No, it's not. It's beautiful. The colors are amazing. It's set in Tokyo, but you're in this train this whole time. But it's very stylized. I'm a sucker for like, kind of like graphic design and text in film. And this movie has a lot of that, especially when they're introducing characters, just like the wolf. Just like these little character intro. Yeah. Ow! I like how like after he was dead, and whenever they reference the wolf, you just hear "oh" in the background. So funny. But the story, there's definitely a story in this film, and it definitely matters. But I don't think it should matter. I'm not saying this is good or bad, but there's a story. And I don't think it should matter that much, but it seems like it's very reliant on that story. As far as like, no, you should pay attention because everything's connected and all these people have like their own motivations.
It's like what's the Death on the Nile, or what's the one before that?
Murder of Orient Express?
Yeah,
Murder
something
on
like
Orient
that.
Express? Uh-huh.
But just a different genre of that
Yes.
type of book movie thing.
Yes. Your question earlier too was
Is it fun?
are movies fun again?
Yeah,
Why are you asking that?
because they aren't until now.
There it is, guys. There it is.
I think they've been getting more fun. I think movies are like not the one, but like the super generalizing.
Yeah.
Like one of the few mediums that are prioritizing fun before. Not that all movies coming out are fun, but there's more movies coming out that are fun versus like albums that are fun, games that are just fun. And
Interesting.
there's obviously fun games,
Yes,
but
yes,
it's
yes.
not like
You're
if
saying the ratio.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
a different type of fun between like the competitive like Fortnite, Call of Duty versus like a Mario Party. Like you're just having fun, you know?
Yeah.
Not serious.
You're not in this to get like an Academy Award.
Yeah.
You're here to like bust a couple guts and make us be like, ooh, and ahs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Top
have
Gun.
fun. Just have fun.
Top Gun, right?
Yeah.
That's like your I think that's like the main, if you have like one movie to personify that, it's Top Gun
Yeah.
Maverick.
I think that's like the most fun I've ever had. No, I think it's like the most like perfect example of like having fun in the theater.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would have to look through past movies to see like if I was having fun during it. But that movie is like one that I will remember as this was just straight up fun.
Yeah. I agree.
Similar to this movie.
I agree. I like all the characters in this movie. Some more than others. There's the Brad Pitt character. Obviously, he's the head honcho in this movie as far as starring actors. His codename is Ladybug. What a man. I asked in the beginning of this podcast, is Brad Pitt too handsome?
No.
No. He can get more handsome. It's funny because, like, he is... I would say he's being himself in this movie.
Yeah.
There's a character that he's playing that it's like this reformed assassin who's just gone through therapy, trying to be a good person, but just can't help himself. And he also, there's like another side like story where he's like always has bad luck, right? But him as a character, he's just kind of a normal guy that
the straight man.
What?
The straight man.
The straight man. And it's interesting because I heard a couple podcasts where they talked to the director, David Leitch, and they asked him, like, the choice of his character, like, why'd you go that way? And it sounds like Pitt was just like, this is me. This is, like, what I'm going to do. And,
right.
And they didn't, like, ask. Yeah, they didn't ask, like, any questions. Like, all right. Even the costuming from the bucket hat to the glasses, he's like, this is how I'm going to dress. And, like, okay, Pitt.
Kind of makes sense. I think he saw like the script in this case does not matter too much as long as it's like kind of light, fun. Like that's the theme, light and fun when they talk to each other. Yeah. The real meat is the action and then the plot points of like who's doing what and what connects to what. Yep. Not like he said that beautifully.
Right. Yeah. There isn't too much depth in this movie.
Correct.
It's more like you're saying about having fun. There's also the characters Tangerine and Lemon, played by Brian Tyree Henry, playing Lemon, and Aaron Taylor Johnson as Tangerine. These guys were pretty good. I thought they were going to, like, watching the trailer, I thought they were going to be throwaway characters, but they were basically, like...
The whole movie.
The whole movie, yeah, just right alongside Brad.
Like side leads.
Yeah. And
supporting lead? Is that what it's called?
And very interesting that how they're casted as brothers. Like, it's great. Like, I don't like two things that are very similar, and these guys like complete opposites.
The twins.
Yeah, we're actually twins, and they're funny together. I think that little side plot too of like Lemon loving. What is it?
The Train.
What?
Thomas the Tank Engine?
Thomas the Train, yeah. That's like very... At first, I was just thrown off, just like, what the heck is he talking about? But at the end, everything was making sense and like, Diesel. You're the Diesel.
You're Diesel. You're Diesel, bruv. You're Diesel, bruv.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the brother dynamic really pays off. Joey King is... a precious little girl in a pink outfit, but obviously the smallest dog barks the loudest.
The Diesel, one might say.
The Diesel, one might say. I hated her, and she did a great job at me hating her.
I was like waiting for the moment where like someone would just like, like I thought
just
that would
bust
happen.
A cap in her head.
Yeah, like I felt that's what she needed.
You need this to be a better person.
Yes.
AKA, you need to be dead.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's this innocent little girl, or portrays herself to be, but she's Machiavellian, right? Just like always mischievous, and like she's the real engine behind all the bad things that are happening on this train.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love her. Like, again, every character is stylized, you know?
Yeah.
Like they have their outfit, they have their look, they have how they act. They're all very different, and it's something that's like very lizard brain of me. Like, show me the basic difference between all these people just by looking at them. And
Right.
this movie does that. Which leads me to the wolf.
Oh,
That could have been done better.
because you just put it on me.
All right, go. Do it on me now.
The wolf.
Too hard.
Thought you were gonna push the mic, get on your knees.
Played by Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. Pretty good. Pretty good for an artist.
This is what Drake should have done
Oh
Years
my
ago.
God.
years ago. Like, imagine, I love Bad Bunny in this, but imagine Drake as his part. Like, with, like, Drake's Latino flair that he does.
Oh.
And he does, like, everything the same.
He does like a Dominican.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be so funny.
Yeah.
But, like, he is good in it. Like, I'm not complaining. It's just, I want Drake to do stuff like this.
That's an interesting point, which it's a very hot take, and that should have been your question in the beginning. Like, should Drake have been doing?
But I think it would have been, like, too out of context for, like, a question.
That's true. So the interesting thing is, like, Drake can still do this. He has the acting chops.
Yeah.
Some might say even more than Bad Bunny.
Probably.
Will he do something like this?
He needs it. He needs it.
Because what Bad Bunny's doing right now is kind of crazy, because he's the biggest artist in the world, technically. He is in a hit movie. He's about to be a Marvel superhero. He's kind of firing all on cylinders. We'll see how good this movie is. It's probably going to be bad, most likely. But it isn't like a different path than Drake is taking.
I think it's the path future. I know, like, I'm kind of contradicting myself. I said, like, you should probably stick to what you're good at the best and
Yes.
never go any other direction. But specifically Travis Scott with his clothes, he should have just done music. But saying that, I think doing what Bad Bunny is doing is, like, probably the best. I don't think he's thinking of himself as, like, oh, I'm gonna be the next Brad Pitt.
Right.
He's like, I'm doing this more to have fun. Music is probably what I'm best at, but, like, the opportunity is here to act. I'm gonna do it because I know I can do it, and it's gonna raise my price.
Same thing with, like, him doing wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, that was a major boost to his career.
Yeah.
And it was strategic, but it was also natural. It's just he has it, man.
I think it would just be bad if he's like, oh, I'm just gonna do wrestling now. Oh, I'm just gonna be a movie actor now.
Right. Don't commit to, like, you put your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting when he makes this movie, because he's making a whole damn movie.
Yeah.
That might
can
be
he speak English? Or is it
like this, my friend.
like this, my friend.
Yeah, he can speak English.
If
So-
he talks like that, the whole movie, I'll like it. I want him to have an accent.
Okay. Well, I think the character's like a wrestler, which is even crazier, because that's even lining up.
I
Because, like,
think it's just like, if it's already in your natural hobby, like, sphere, it's gonna work out. But if Drake or if Bad Bunny's like, I want to do classical music, just like because everybody says I can't.
right.
But, like, he has to learn all the skills, and he hates it the
Right,
whole time.
yeah, that
he
makes
never
sense.
listens to classical.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna work out.
But him in this movie, I think it works pretty well. He just commits to the character, which is just essentially it's like Eddie Guerrero from WWF, Latino Heat. Like, just like oozing Latino macho, like, vibes galore. And it's beautiful. Very passionate lover, passionate man, passionate everything. It just works, man.
His whole sequence, like his origin story,
Yeah.
that, like, it just replays in my mind because it was so entertaining to watch, like, his rise.
Yeah.
With the music playing in the background
Yeah.
and, like, his menacing walk
Yeah.
through everything. Just mad.
So good, man. And then lastly, but not
Lastly, but not leastly,
Michael Shannon. He's ridiculous. He's
I
in this
forgot he
movie
was in it.
for 10 minutes, and
Perfect.
all-time face. He's on the all-time face list for Peliculas with the Bros, obviously. He's perfect as a long-haired, crazy Russian guy that doesn't make any sense.
When like his young version was introduced, I was like looking at his face, like, who's that gonna be?
Yeah.
And then I saw the face, like, I don't know who that is. But like I realized towards the end, like, oh, it's because he's a reveal.
Right.
And that was Michael Shannon. Because I
Yeah.
forgot he was in the movie.
Me too. And he works, man. He just does his job, and he does it well. I love how brutal this movie is. Like, it could have just been straight up just like punching in the face, and you don't see people getting killed. But you see some blood. You see heads being cut in half. You see some arms being chopped off. I like it.
It was a painful movie. Like,
Yeah.
the bad action is where it feels like, oh, I could probably take that punch.
Yeah.
But the good one's like, ooh.
There's one specifically, but now I'm forgetting it. Just like, ugh.
I just like that like small like 2-second scene of the Bolivia job, and then just like them like hazmat mask covered in blood with like a guy's foot in a shredder or something.
Oh yeah.
They're just like traumatized from the whole thing.
I like actually, now that you mentioned that, I like the wolf's origin story where the wife is just regurgitating blood.
Oh.
That's horrific. And then Zazie Beetz just like dying, coagulated blood.
And then Brad's like, "You need a water." Want me to
That was
hold you?"
I actually didn't like that.
I like that. It was just funny to see, like, because he's genuine with it. Like,
Yeah.
he obviously wanted her to die peacefully in some way.
Yes.
So he's just like offering as much, like, "Want me to hold your hand?"
Right. This movie has Tarantino vibes,
Yeah.
but it's not Tarantino. And I think if Tarantino made this movie, it probably would have won an Oscar and would have probably made a shitload of money.
Okay.
Like, imagine,
Yeah.
like, it would be this kind of action, but with the dialogue just, like, perfect.
I don't think Tarantino's as good as the action. Like, I don't think he could do action this well, though. Like, if Tarantino
True.
wrote it and this guy directed it, but also, like, they kind of like the improvisational. Like, I'm sure they love that.
Yeah.
Like, Brad.
Well, you say he can't do action as well, but Kill Bill was an amazing action movie.
Yeah, but I don't think the action's going to be as good as, like, a stunt guy doing it.
True.
Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just
Right,
saying
right,
this
right.
guy's really good.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see it. Favorite Brad Pitt movie?
I don't really know too many. Like, the only one that I really know in my head is like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Moneyball? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
It might be Once Upon a Time, but that's maybe just recency. I don't know.
I think him and Money.
But he
My
wasn't,
favorite
like-
movie of his. That's kind of hard.
Oh, maybe I really liked his role in The Big Short. Like, I like the character he played. Like, it wasn't the most amazing, but it's just like that type of guy that he played.
Yes.
Like, you kind of know someone like that analytical sort
Yes.
of thought process that he has, and
Yes.
he did that really well.
I have to go back
Huh.
and see. I like True Romance,
I don't
but he's
know.
just like a side character.
Interview with the Vampire.
It doesn't hold up. It's a good movie, but it doesn't doesn't hold up. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I want to give a little shout out to him in this movie because he's good in this movie, and I feel like he can do a lot more.
Yeah,
Like, he seems like,
he was really like you believe that was who he was.
yes,
In that movie,
like, he is from Britain, right?
I think so.
No, he's not.
Isn't he?
No. I think he's American. It was a joke that I just said, but
Oh,
see, you don't even know.
I mean, it sounded real.
And you know what movie I loved? Okay, I should have said this. The way I should say it is this. Oh yeah, he is English. Sorry, you're right. I loved his outfit in Tenet.
I barely remember him in there.
He was like a commando, and he
I
had like
remember, yes.
so much military gear, and I was like, I want to look like that. He looks so badass. Christopher Nolan. I think Christopher Nolan might be my favorite director. Like, and it won't show until like 5 years from now. But he's always in my head now.
Nolan?
Like, I dream of him.
Nolan?
Yeah.
Oh.
I kind of pray to him too, man. I don't know.
I don't think I have a favorite current director.
I thought I didn't, but I think it's him. Ivan, let's rate this movie.
Already?
Do you have another?
No.
Oh.
How many bullet trains? How many? Remember at the start, you're like, at this podcast, you're like, don't do how many of those. That we'll just do tickets.
I'm in it.
Disgusting. How many
Out of 5,
machetes?
how many machetes is this?
I give it 4.5 machetes.
4? Oh my god.
Extra points for having fun.
Dang.
That's how you get extra points from me.
Shout out to all the directors watching this who are trying to get extra points from me.
Like, he just wants fun.
I'll go with fun.
All this work.
4.5, Ivan. That's lofty.
I want to reward movies like this, and that's the only way I can.
With your hard-earned money, $7, and
With my AMC Stubs rewards subscription,
I'll send you
and
some points.
4.5.
If only it was like crypto, where you could just send AMC award points to people.
That'd be cool. Like somehow interact with the movie you just saw instead of like 5-star.
Pay as much as you want.
Imagine Tarantino, $100. There you go. You earned it, buddy. And it all goes to like
Colin Trevorrow, you owe me money now.
Give me a cool $100. That's what you owe me.
I give this, I have to say 4.5 for this movie is like, whoa.
Egregious.
It's not egregious. It's just like you're showing your true colors.
I like fun. I'm a fun guy.
It's like when George Lucas says, I'm an energetic director, and he said it like so, like a sloth. Like I'm an
energetic director.
I'm an energetic director. If you couldn't tell, I give this movie a 4 out of 5 machete rating. It's a good movie. It's not great. It's trying to be funny a lot, and it doesn't always hit.
Briefcases.
But what it does, 4 out of 5 briefcases. But what it does well is it just, like Ivan says, it has fun. It's self-aware. It's a fun action movie, and go and see it. I think you'll like it.
It's good. Good.
Don't overthink it. That's the main takeaway, though.
If you hate it, you hate fun.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to relax. And go away. Just go away.
You're probably a bad person, too, huh?
Yeah.
Ivan, it's time for a section we like to call What's on the Telly? What you watching?
You're not ready.
Okay, go.
I am starting a competing podcast on this podcast called the Marlon Brando Hour
Oh, my God.
in 1 minute.
He's going...
Classic.
He's going class. He saw Elvis, and he's like, who's the Elvis?
Who's the Elvis of acting?
And he found him.
Marlon.
He found him. Ivan, go.
I am on a mission to watch all of his movies. All 37 of his movies. I don't know how long it'll take. I might do like a couple each week.
Oh, so your podcast is a 1 minute review of the movie you just saw of his?
Yeah. If I watch more than one, maybe I'll like choose one over the other.
Gotcha.
It's not like a serious anything. It's
Gotcha.
I just watched his first one. It's called The Men,
Ooh.
1950.
Jesus.
Might be the oldest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, because we did Kubrick, and Kubrick was like 56 or something.
It was good. It was good.
No way.
It was pretty good. It's like the plot of One Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest. Not
Okay.
the plot, but like the setting of
Yes.
like you're in the
Insane
hospital.
Asylum. Uh-huh.
But he's a disabled veteran
Okay.
with a bunch of other disabled veterans.
Okay.
Disabled as in they can't walk, but they have most upper body, and their like goal is to eventually be able-bodied, which means having enough upper body strength to be in a wheelchair. Like that's the goal. But his character is like, well, I'm not who I was before, so I'll be like nobody. Like he's just slumped for like years. But then like his old love comes into the picture and he's like, I want you to get better for me. And then it goes from there. It's not like as cheesy as that.
Yeah.
It's the way they do it. It's like, because at the start I was like, come on.
Yeah.
But as it goes on, it's like deeper than that. So he gets better with like the hard work eventually. And then like the end, like they get married. They finally.
Spoiler alert.
They get married. They finally get in their home. And then like throughout the movie, the girl's parents and the doctor's like, you shouldn't do this. Find a different man. Like, this is not the man for you. Because he's, like, not the same person he used to be. So, finally, they get married. They go in the house. And then as soon as they get there, like, she kind of, like, looks around and has, like, the faces like, so this is it? So, and, like, looks at, like, Marlon Brando, paraplegic. And he's like, kind of like, I made a mistake.
Oh, no. That stupid bitch.
Yeah. And then he's like, don't look at me that way. Don't look at me that way.
Really?
Yeah. You should watch it. It's pretty good. And then
He sold me.
yeah. So he goes back to the insane asylum.
Yep.
It's like, I'm just gonna live here. I hate the real world. But then the doctor's
Chicago.
like,
Real world Chicago.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, go.
But then the doctor's like, you know what? I'm kicking you out. You're healthy. You're able-bodied. This is a relationship problem, not a paraplegic problem. Go back out there, say you love her, live a real life. So then he does that.
And she takes him?
Yeah, because she's like, you know what? I'm okay with settling for you, which kind of sounds messed up. It does sound messed up in the movie, but it was pretty heartwarming by then. Like, it felt believable.
So that's his first movie?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And what did you learn from the man, the myth, the legend?
It's hard to say because he's apparently like the one who changed acting. Like before him, people were like, well, my dear, this is how I act. I'm a man.
It's funny because I'll talk about it after this, but go ahead.
And then he came onto the scene and then everyone's like, this dude is not like everyone else.
Yeah.
He's acting like a person.
Right.
And then eventually that's what acting turned into. And then the movie after this, that's the movie that gave him like stardom. It's a Streetcar Named Desire.
Yes.
That's the one where like, you know his name now.
Yep.
But I mean, he seems like a good actor. He seems like he has.
Some might say he's a really good actor. So I was watching I didn't finish it. I just started Paul Newman documentary.
Yeah.
You heard of it?
No, but he was accused of copying Marlon Brando.
So he was talking about how he was like in an acting class and that he saw Brando and he's like, dear God, what is this beast?
Dear God. Dear God.
Because like how you were saying, everyone was acting like kind of like old school type of acting, and he was just like more natural actor.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And that's just from watching like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, so we'll check back into Ivan's. We'll call it
my Ivan's Marlon Brando hour in 1 minute.
Marlon Brando
plus 5 minutes.
Marlon Brando happy hour.
Okay.
In 1 minute, plus 5.
Yes.
All right. Did you watch your required watching for the week?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh God.
I'll watch it. I don't know when.
I watched second episode of Industry that came out.
I thought you watched the whole thing.
The second episode
Of season 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
That just came out. It was good. It's complicated. Like
It's good.
I like it because it makes you really pay attention
Mm-hmm.
because they're talking about like pretty intricate business stuff, which is good for reviewing it, re-watching it, I should say. Kind of same kind of vibe that I had with
Go on, go on, go on, go on.
I know.
Spit out, spit out.
No,
spit
I
out.
want you to spit it out.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I like
ahead.
how you say, go.
Go on, go on. Go, go, go. Come on, say it,
What's
say it.
that show we love?
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No.
Succession?
Yes.
How'd you forget that?
I don't know. I was thinking about the guy's face, and I couldn't stop thinking about his face. I was like,
Jeremy Strong?
yeah. I was like, he's right in my face, and I can't even think about it. So yeah, I watched the Succession twice because I didn't really understand everything, but same kind of
Okay.
thing with industry. I also watched another episode of Star Trek, and that was good. And I watched 13 Lives. Have you heard of 13 Lives? It's a new movie on Amazon Prime. Starring
Sorry.
Colin Trevorrow.
Starring?
No, just kidding.
Oh.
Colin Farrell
Oh.
and Viggo Mortensen.
Okay.
You know him?
Yes. Lord of the Rings. Shut up. Move on.
It's based on a true story. The 13 people that were trapped in a Thai cave in 2018, and they had to save them because they were like
Sounds like a stupid movie.
monsoon came. So the movie is essentially Vigo and Colin saving them.
White Saviors.
Hell yeah, baby. The best. And it's like, okay, it's based on a true story. These kind of movies kind of always are kind of basic and whatever. Directed by
Yes.
Ron Howard, by the way.
Oh. Changes things.
What's crazy about this movie is how they freaking did this. And like the movie does make you feel like claustrophobic because they have to go
How
through.
they got out?
Yeah.
You mean? Oh, okay.
So what they had to do is like they had to the boys were 6 hours away
Oh.
from like the beginning of the cave. So they had to scuba dive for 6 hours to actually get to them.
Ugh. I would have just like, you're dead. Sorry.
That's what the guys were saying. Like, there's no way they can survive because it's hard enough for a professional to do this. Like, how are you going to have guys that's never done this? And they're going to panic, you know? Like, when you have this much space to go through, you're going to panic and they're going to die.
What I would have done, one professional scuba diver goes down for 6 hours holding a rope. And then, holding, how many people are in there? 13 ropes, right? Scuba dive, gets down there, gives them all a rope, and then like he pulls it twice, and then they just yank them out. All of them.
Ready? Go!
Imagine. Boom! Like, ah!
When they come out, they're going to have, like, cut in half.
Just scrapes everywhere. We did it.
That's hilarious. That's a good way of doing it, man. Oh, man. Oh, my mic with that. Anyways, the way they did it is they had to sedate them,
Okay.
put them under,
Mm-hmm.
wrap them up like a package, and just take them out. And like halfway through, they had to hit them with another anesthesia.
Jeez. That's not much worse than what I suggested.
And they had to like, it's unethical. They were saying like
Right.
they couldn't propose it. They couldn't say it in the media. They just had to do what they're gonna do. And when they found the kids, they're like, all right, next. They got them like they had to do like 4 every day. And they would like tell the kids to look away because they didn't want them to see what they were doing to them. Like, oh, take this pill. And they took it and they got like drowsy. And they're like, all right, you're going to go with him. He's the best. Like the doctor would like, oh,
So
what's
are
your
they,
name?
Like, on their back with like oxygen? Like, are they underwater? Like, what's the?
So they strap on the tank to them. They put on the gear.
Mhm.
They zip tie their hands. They zip
Mhm.
tie everything. They make them basically a package like that.
Mhm.
They put like, and then the scuba diver just like carries them like a package, like all the way.
Okay, that's cool.
Crazy. And then like the boys get out and they take him to the hospital and they're out. But just imagine like 6 hours of that. You were underwater for 6 hours.
I could do it easily.
Oh my God. Heroin. And I'm watching a lot of soccer. Premier League started, so back in it, baby.
Yeah.
Back in it.
Yeah.
You would like it.
No.
Okay.
You like testing the water or something? You would like it?
Trying to watch anime too. I'll give a better report next week. Ivan, it's time for a section, and I don't have anything for this.
I do.
Called Really Be Bussin'.
Bobby Shmurda.
Go,
EP.
go. He has like a club track, huh?
I don't know. But he released like a 9-track, 19-minute album. It was pretty good.
Well, he is the epitome of fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun album. It doesn't sound too dated. I mean, it doesn't really even sound dated at all.
Right.
It's only dated because it's rap, and rap's dated itself. So that's a different issue.
Damn, that's crazy. That's a crazy statement. Okay,
But it's like a lot of fun tracks. Like a couple were like, okay, he didn't need that. But most were like, okay, that's pretty fun. This is fun to listen to.
So currently, his situation is like
Listen to the first song. It's already like first song is already like, whoa.
He's fighting with his label currently, because I think they don't think he's good.
Oh, he's good.
And he's like making these songs, and they're like, no, we need better. That's like what they did to Uzi Vert, like essentially.
Isn't he on like French Montana's label?
No, he's on a major like label.
Oh, like no.
Yeah.
Like Def Jam or
Right. Like
he's on
Jive,
Universal.
I think. Yeah. Which is it's kind of shitty that they do that. Like, oh, you're not giving us a hit, so we're not gonna release you. It's like, but that's all I got. I don't got a hit in me.
I don't know. I don't think he has. I think this was good, but I don't know if he has anything else.
I mean, when he first came out, he had like 3 bangers.
And it's like ultimate banger. Like,
yeah,
these were the hits of hits.
But he was part of a gang, so he had to go to jail.
Right.
I'm just saying, he was hot for a moment, but I think like when you're out of the game for that long, your hotness.
Yeah, he should be like with Drake on something, like to bring him back.
Kanye?
I don't trust him.
Okay, that's a good point. He's probably gonna overdo him.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name tried to go the Kanye route, and it didn't really help him.
Travis?
No, the guy from New York.
Joey?
No.
P. Diddy?
5 Foreign.
Oh yeah.
He tried to get. That's the wave he tried to ride, and it didn't help his sales.
Yeah.
Shout out to that dog. We have a dog around this neighborhood that just. He's one insane puppy.
Go on.
Anything else for music?
No. I'm tapering off Elvis. Tapering.
You're weeding off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still need the hit occasionally, but not as violently as before.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's a potent mix. Well, yeah. That's interesting. That is interesting. I think that's it, Ivan.
Yeah.
I feel like I have more, but it's not coming to me.
Games.
I'm trying to play video games.
I just finished Luigi's Mansion 3.
How's that?
It was horrible.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Well.
Was that the game that you took the Switch back for? Wasn't there another?
No, it was Dragon Quest, but then like I played on Xbox. There's like I got Game Pass, and I played like 20 minutes. And I was like, this is kind of slow. I was more learning like what I liked out of games versus.
Yes. You're relearning yourself.
Yes.
Right.
And Luigi's Mansion is closer to that. What I like, I give it like a 7.5 first off.
Okay.
I liked how like, you know how you could suck like every little thing up. I really liked that. Like I would spend so long just sucking like every bookcase, like every dollar bill, every coin.
Honestly, that's such like that's like a 7-year-old thing to do.
Yes.
Like someone who doesn't even care about the story, they just like the act of
Yeah.
the main motion of the game.
But it kind of made me sad because like there's no good thing to spend the money on. Like you would spend it on either finding like these things that help you find booze, which are rare, or gems, which are rare, and you don't do anything with that, just collecting.
Yeah.
Or you could buy like things that revive you when you die.
Right.
And like there's only so many I need. Like I'm not dying all the time. So I was just like collecting money to collect money. But it's still like the satisfying like boom, 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 boom.
I have something for you now.
Okay.
You made me remember. I've been watching random videos on YouTube, and I came across this one guy who's like I literally think he's a genius. He does like video essays. He does video essays, but he does it where he's like kind of like what is it called? A weather reporter, where he's like a green screen. And so he's like talking to the camera, and he's standing up, and he has a green screen behind him. And he talks about like random things relating to anime, games, mainly that. And I watched like a 1-hour video of him dissecting why Pokemon world building has gone to shit. And he started with like the first ones to now. And just him describing it, even though I only played like 3 of the games, was super entertaining. And I'm like, this guy has something, and it's edited cheaply. Like you can tell it's a green screen, and he's like doing like random things. It's just so internet-y, but it works so well
Because the content is good.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Wow. And I like his like the format, how he described like every area of the map he went to. Like what's
Saffron City.
He's like, Saffron City. It has to have 3 things: aesthetics, content, and lore. And he's like, it has aesthetics because it looks cool. It has this. The content, you can do this, you can do that. Lore, you can learn about this and that. And he goes through like every city, and he's like, oh, it doesn't have lore, and it looks bad. It looks plain, so no aesthetics. And he basically says like how the first Pokemons had those 3 checkboxes checked off pretty much every time.
Right.
And it was amazing.
I watched a while ago. I don't remember any of the video, but 8-hour review of Pokemon Omega Ruby for the DS.
Yes.
And I was just like dead brain just watching it. Like it's stuff I technically kind of knew.
Yes.
Not crazy stuff, but it was just entertaining to watch somebody like pinpoint analyze every tiny aspect of the game. I was like, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
It's so like it's like comfort food.
A bit. Like I want to watch more of those, but then like I hate stopping at some point, like 30 minutes, because then I have to like remember where I was and like remember like the context of what I just listened to.
Yes. That's
why I hate like any commitment to like any long thing, just because I don't know when I'll stop. It sucks.
So this guy, most of his videos are like 25 minutes. This one was the only weird one where he's like 1 hour.
It needs it.
But he's so passionate about it, but he knows how stupid it is that he's talking about it, which works. Like I hate people that are like super enthusiastic about it, but they don't understand how big of a nerd they are.
It's just Pokemon. Like, be serious.
Yeah.
Be real.
Yeah, it's just so good.
That's the right way to go about it.
And he looks like a fuckboy, which helps.
Just like
he has like a man bun.
Yeah.
And he has anime swag on. He just looks bad, but in a good way. I think that's it.
That guy, that's who I would like hire. Like to like design whatever. Like if I was making the game, I would hire that guy.
Right.
Like I wouldn't hire Mr. I made Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yes.
I would hire this guy. And then help him learn how to get into the game making.
Because he's more. That's like a Kanye thing he's doing,
Right.
where he doesn't need the skills.
Yes.
He just needs to direct.
Yes.
Yeah. Good take. Anything else, Simon, for the beautiful people? All right, we'll be. What's the movie next week? Any good movies coming out next
Dragon
week?
Ball Z Hero.
Oh, yeah.
Superhero.
Homie wanted to watch that. Salvador? He's
I think
like,
it's on the 18th though. I don't know what day it is.
it'd be a good movie to come back to anime too. It looks so like plasticky though.
Like, I don't know. If you don't choose it, I won't care. If you choose it, I don't care.
Oh, have you heard of that movie Bodies, Bodies, Bodies?
No. You know what movie I don't ever want to watch? The Olivia Wilde movie about men. I know what the movie's about. I know the message she's sending, but it feels like so dated already. Like,
I know what you mean, but
it feels horrible to say just because it's like a thing that still happens. But it's like, I feel like at 35 or something, you shouldn't be getting played like that.
I understand completely what you're saying, but I'm on the opposite side where like I need to watch that.
Yeah, I feel like I should watch it just because I'm the one who said it sucks. And I have to be like, I have to watch it.
Yeah.
Now. But I also feel like I'll come out of it like, yeah, I know men are horrible. Like, we suck. Now fix us. Fix it. The problems we already know the problem.
Who's gonna fix us? Fix us, damn it.
Exactly. I don't like those movies where it's like just the problem.
Yeah.
Unless at the end there's like she poses a solution like let's
kill them.
I mean, that's better than nothing. Better not just be like it actually that would be kind of bad if she kills him.
No, it kills them. Kills them.
But we'll see. Maybe we will all watch it secretly. Maybe I'll love it, but I just hope it's not what I think it is.
I mean, Pew is in it. Once the Pewinator's in there.
Who the heck is Pew?
If Pew's in there,
Florence Pugh.
Once the Pewinator's in a movie, I need to watch it.
She's really like the leader of women's suffrage or something.
No.
I mean, this is her second movie of like
What's the first one?
Midsommar, of like being a broken woman.
I mean, we're all broken.
Not me.
I think she's like Chalamet.
The female Chalamet.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, whatever movie we do next week, what you can count on is that we'll be there. And we mean that. So take care. Hug your loved ones.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. To boldly go where no one has gone before. Actually, that's X-Files.
Like
Peace out.
Bye.